Hello, this is Jer. I'm back with the Energy Vampires on hard mode. So these 6 Bionic dupes are surviving. Just recently put in these steam turbines. Looks like our battery is full. This is awesome because this gives me the ability to produce power in a new way. I don't have to rely on just hydrogen, natural gas, and solar, all of which is good, but this is even better because obviously if I'm out of power, I'm out of batteries. If I'm out of batteries, well, we're all dead. We don't want that. All right. My highest concern right now is this guy right here, this hydrogen vent with heat. We're going to come back to that and want to deal with that. Also thinking of putting infinite gas storage and cooling system to ultimately deal with the steam turbine that's going to be above it. But I'm going to take advantage of some of your great advice. Kester was mentioning that these guys here actually breathe a little bit more if they're not in liquid. So right now, I guess they can't breathe. When they go over here, they can. I want them exposed to carbon dioxide all the time. Actually, the other thing I should probably do is make this room just have carbon dioxide. There's a little bit of oxygen. So in order to do that, I want them to be on this mesh tile. Let's just fill in that as well. The thinking here is that they could just sit right here, always be exposed to non-liquid, constantly taking in the carbon dioxide. The other thing is heat transfer is starting to be a little bit of an issue. That could be because of the crude oil, the small amounts going in and out. So to help deal with that, I'm going to put in this little cooling line. Well, maybe I shouldn't call it cooling line, maybe heating line. That's going to take crude oil up and down type of thing. Let's just speed things up a little bit. Okay, now we are seeing lots of carbon dioxide, which is good. Let's make sure we get this area patched back up. Igneous rock like that. Make that a priority. Okay, so with that in place. Oh, right, and Cedric was pointing out a technique to deal with these guys if I find one disappears, which I did last time. And I think Kester and Cedric was thinking that they get wrangled, put in some liquid, essentially suffocate it. No fun. So I thought it was a game bug, but I guess it was, never thought of that. So if that happens again, that's something I'll be looking at. But, well, you know what? Let's watch what happens literally right now. This guy technically fine at the moment. Let's make a priority, guys, getting these up and out of there. Boom. That's one. And that's... Oh, I forgot that they'd be up there, too. Which actually is fine, because there's going to be carbon dioxide at that zone. I didn't want them in there, because if they output a little bit of liquid, when they went in there, they'd just be in this liquid zone. Okay, what now? I guess the next thing is to make sure that there is some crude oil in this line going round. And we're also going to go up here. We're a bit short in metal. Copper ore, less than a ton. Iron ore that I brought over, also getting low. Wondering if I'm going to have to go back to this asteroid over here to collect more, but there is lots more copper to be had just yet, so maybe not quite yet. Okay, so those guys are now on the move. Do we have some... all right, we don't have enough crude oil to have, but as we get more crude oil, eventually this will be fully running, starting to warm up this zone. All right, let me think, is there anything else we can do? Just before I leave this area and then give attention to our hydrogen problem, I think what I'll do is I'll start with adding in some insulation up here. We'll convert this to some granite pipes. And that way we'll start to take some of the heat from here, both above and below these guys. So radiant pipes going in here. Now that we've got that filled in, let's switch this out for granite. Yep. Actually, oh yeah. I was just wondering if they can reach. Apparently they can. Okay, so that's done. Let's just change this line to go like this. Go like that. And I guess we can get rid of that middle one right there. And we've got this guy going in. So once we get more crude oil, that'll fully finish. In fact, we technically have more. Somewhere's around here. Oh yes, over here. Do I want to consume any of this just to get that going? Oh, let's just do a single shipment over. I don't want too much. Let's watch this happen. Okay. Okay, I'm dropping that off. That's enough, guys. Let's open up that crude oil. Can't tell if I made that happen or not. Oh yeah, apparently. Whoa! Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. Worst case, if I get excess, which I'm sure there is, it's just going to stay in this liquid reservoir and we can get it later. Okay, there we go. So now that is spinning around, being able to take some temperature from here, this guy. And I also realized target temperature reached. I guess it's a maximum of 85. Didn't realize that. So even though I had this set earlier as 95, it doesn't actually get that high. So I'll just change that to 85. Okay, nice. The other thing to watch, and I'm just really hoping that this is going to be the case. I see you're nice and cool. You're nice and cool. So is the battery. Okay, I was just wondering whether my cooling system, because I had this, I did this a little bit differently. And you're also cool. Okay. Effectively, what I normally do is I dunk these guys in water, and then I have some radiant pipes go through to keep them cool. But conductive pipes, with minimizing the liquid that's down here, seems to be working so far. Hoping that's going to be continuing to be the case. Well then, don't have to do any patches with that. I'm going to start to design this system here. And just to remind everyone, we've set this up such that everyone except for Zeta, who is the only dupe that doesn't have a bionic suit, Atmo suit rather, they will be restricted. Let's just check on this. Your scale growth 33%. It'll be a little bit before they get anything. All right, I'll get to work. So this is what I'm thinking. We've got this hydrogen vent, which is outputting hydrogen. Super awesome, but it's 500 degrees. So we're going to put some 2 steam turbines above it. I'm going to dump liquid both here and here. This will be the output of steam turbine 1. The reason I'm putting this one here is I'm thinking I'm going to have a granite tile that goes all the way down here. So hopefully this kind of radiates and keeps this line here and here cool, helping to keep the hydrogen along this side cool. Over here, I'm going to have another wall, and another wall going this way, so it's a T-point. Again, the same idea, hoping to keep this whole area. We'll see how this turns out in the end. And then on this side, this is where we're going to have our storage of the infinite gas. So if it happens to end up being too hot at this point, it still has an opportunity to take in some cooling from over here. And of course, we're going to insulate this whole thing from the whole base, so that temperature is currently now 100 degrees. It's actually going to probably get hotter, up to about 125 degrees, but it'll stop being hotter than that and won't leak in this direction. And of course, the pipe that goes out of here will be insulated. So that's a plan. We've got some steel pumps. I want to put in an ammo sensor here because I don't want to take anything unless it's above, well, maybe 1,000 at least. Reason for that is we don't want this to get too thin in here such that this outputs enough that it gets really hot and melts, damages this pump. Okay, so we've got that. Let's just move that over here. Well, I'll do a couple things. It's just a few tilings going in over here. Made this at priority, hoping that's going to be built first. Going to over here so that we can get a little bit of petroleum. So I'm going to set this back to take in some crude oil temporarily. And I've cut this off, so instead of the polymer press taking that, they'll just go into this guy. Okay, that don't need a lot. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay, so that can be produced, and we've got this set to go. Awesome. So putting more granite tiling along here. Almost got myself putting insulation here, and I thought actually this is an opportunity to possibly take some of this cooling along that way. We'll insulate along this bottom line. This Let's go over here, see if we've got that petroleum. We do. Don't need a lot. Awesome. Let's take this. Oh, hold on. Oh, I need to have... That's way too much. We're going to have to cut that up. Decided to take this down here, and I'm glad I did, because I realized I'm growing mealwood for no reason. We have since moved the location of this guy, as I was showing up here. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Mealwood is too hot. Mealwood can... Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cancel. Let's take you. Okay, I'm doubly glad for doing this in this region. Let's put you back here. Let's cancel. That's kind of crazy. So we will do. Now, have I been manually doing this? I think I have. A good amount of food there. Let's just throw. What age are you? Age 5. Awesome. Throw you there. Okay, let's open this or empty that. Okay, so you have some food available. Now, the disadvantage if there's no hydrogen in here. Maybe. Let's come up with an idea. Let's mop this up first. Looking for a piece that's less than 2,000. Probably not here or there. Maybe one of these middle ones. Oh, that'll do. Okay, so we'll take that out, and maybe I will... might be nice just to shove a little bit of hydrogen. It's not going to be a super great system, but do that as well. Just before I go back to the hydrogen system, I'm going to put a little vent here, a tiny bit of hydrogen from this hydrogen line. It's probably not going to result in anything great since they're only going to be exposed to hydrogen while they're on the ceiling there, but better than nothing. Better than them starving. How are we doing for oxygen in the base? Not bad. A little bit low down here, but... Okay, so we don't need a lot. Stop. Okay. Now, only thing is I actually had to get rid of my carbon dioxide line to make this happen. So, let's do this. This carbon dioxide line going from... Let me patch that back up so that carbon dioxide goes. Connect this back in, take that gas bridge. Someone will destroy that for us. And then I'll just flip this over and hope that that does not cause a confusion. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay, so there's that. I can get rid of that. Let's come back up here. Where was I? Right. Okay, so we will want 2 of these guys. I feel like steel is not necessary, but I'm just going to do that out of abundance of caution. Let's put in some insulation. This is meant to be insulated on this side. Let's add some insulation all around here. Okay, so that is set. What was I going to use? That's 600. Oh! Glossy Dreco. Haha, good job, buddy. Wild, so that's tame. Incubating 1. Okay, so we are going to cancel that. Put that right there. Awesome. That's good. A little bit of good news. 1,200. 1,100. Let's take the 1,200. Send this up here. Move that out of the way. This is going to be okay. And then take that, empty that. Somebody. All right. Hopefully I have everything. I don't think it'll be the end of the world if I have to pop in here, but I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I don't have anything going through here to really take in the... Thing is, I kind of wanted gold amalgam and a metal pour right now, so... I mean, in theory, I could... It might be better to wait for this guy to become dormant in a future time when I have more metal, if I want, well, like, because what I was thinking of doing is having this radiant pipe kind of go through like that, and I just, yeah, let's not, realizing that I could always come back and patch that up later. Okay, so let's do this. What was, okay. Oh, and, oh, that's right, I technically, think about this little section right here, because technically we're not insulating ourselves. So just adding an extra pump right here to create a vacuum. Have that vented out maybe right here. Temporarily disconnect this. Put in 2 tiles there and there. Okay, so with that, I will connect in, so I've set this up for heavy watt wires. Probably that will be the case later on, but right now, just use shine bug. Is that going to be an issue? Let's just replace it. Okay. Oh, I couldn't remember too. Was that what happened with my critter? They were stuck in it. I couldn't remember if they were stuck in a tile or on liquid. Anyway, actually, yeah, if your critters disappear, looking in tiles, something I never think about. Don't go inside there. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, I guess these pumps are temporarily going in, but oh, not temporary, not so temporary. Sure. Would be wrong? I do have this. Let's actually make that 2,000. Should be fine, right? Okay. And then we get a vacuum in here. So I can technically connect this, though. Obviously, disconnect that, take that out. All right, so that is the bottom section. Now we just need to give our attention to the steam turbines, and I get to fill this up with a little bit of water. So now we've got 2 steam turbines. Been trying to avoid the bad decoration, but now we're bringing over the heavy watt wire line. Might reroute that down that way later on. But also, importantly, we have a few pieces of pipe. Just want to be slowing things down because I want to limit the amount of water that goes into here. We'll start with, we'll see if we can get away with it, just a single drop. Alright, so that goes in. Okay, kind of thought we might be in this type of situation. Keep making this, okay. Probably are going to have to destroy that. Push the hydrogen out of the way. Let the water fully, oh, and all this junk here, okay. Make a bin. Start emptying that out. Okay, actually, nice. Okay, there it is. Oh, and stuff right there. Oh, hold on. This means I probably have a bin somewheres. I don't want them to have to go too far. So we'll empty that. Take that away. No, they're going somewhere with it. Somewhere up. Oh. Okay, another one of these things. I forget to destroy these. Okay, so now you can't go anywhere nice. So let's do this. Okay. Okay, so let's take that out. Otherwise, I'm just going to have the same problem when I go to do this somewhere else. Fill this in here, fill that in there. And then I think all that's left is the cooling of the steam turbines themselves. Nice. So as this water turns to steam, that will send power up to the... Actually, we're going to drive some power from this process. I forget. I don't know if it's going to be a lot, but still. That will send this steam into this, water back down for cooling. Awesome. Okay, I think we are good. I just need to think about cooling. Probably don't want to have a line going all the way up and down there, especially since I've got limited space to go through there. So how about I find a location somewhere on my base? I do have this cooling system, but and I am going to investigate that, but I just know that this is... Oh, I need steel though. I think I asked for more steel. Did that ever get created? Why am I having issues with this? Alright, finally found my manufactured material, steel. Yeah, we've got 15 tons. We're going to be good. So yeah, what was... now I have to find a location. Originally, I was thinking over there. I may choose that, but just before I officially decide that, I'll have a final look and I'll show you where I'm going to put it. So we ended up choosing this location. I don't know that I should really be worried about saving these wild plants, but this is a little bit closer to everything anyways, so this should do. It's also close to the heavy watt wire line, which we're clearly going to need. So I'm going to do some digging around this spot. And then some insulation. Oh, hold on. Actually, maybe let's... make sure that some of this material falls out first. Might be a little bit easier that way. You're not... Oh, you... No, you're not stuck. Now, are you stuck or are you light wounds? Okay, now you're stuck. No, you're not. If I've got enough steel, thinking of putting this on this side, just for the reason that, oh, I guess we didn't actually put in. Just a second. I just stopped to pause there for a minute because I had thought, shouldn't I have used heavy watt wire conductive pipes, wiring? I just used regular heavy watt wires. I'm probably not going to go in here to try to fix it. I have a good amount of iron, so it's not like I had a shortage of that. So, slight regret there, but I'm figuring there's probably a good chance that I may be coming back here with a different, or some abilities, especially if I had gold amalgam. So we're going to ignore that, but I am going to do it in this place. So now we're going to do heavy watt conductive wires. Oh, hold on. Whoa. I need some place to actually feed this through. Wrong. And nice thing is, this is going to be a vacuum area, so no reason why I couldn't be cheap and use lead in there. Technically, since I'm so low in metal, maybe I should just be switching some of this out for... I never thought of that. I'd get a lot of metal back that way. Okay, that's something. These guys, I don't think they can reach up there. And made these, switch those to lead head iron. We did analysis. Yeah, analysis was complete. Good. Oh, is that something only a certain dupe can do? forgot. Maybe that is a downside, though. I could maybe pass out some skills to help this along. I'm a little bit confused. I see the electrical engineer booster. I assume that's what you would need, but I don't see anything. It says soldering station usage, generator tuning, microchip crafting. Let me just send that to Gamma. Seem to be stuck. Does no one know how to build this? Take that out. Yeah, something is definitely... Okay. Delta. Being able to do that. Maybe make this a priority. Oh, and I guess Dupe's technically not able to get up here. Alright, well there's some wiring done, but I could do the cooling line in the meantime. So we're going to fill in this area here. Have a cooling line with some conductive pipes that go all along this way. And then return out in this way. We also have to obviously make sure this steam turbine itself stays cool. Now, before I go any further, I did notice that it is nice and warm in here, but the body temperature of these guys is taking a little bit of time to get warm. And I'm thinking maybe it would have actually been good to have them sitting in a little bit of liquid, because at least that'd be hot liquid. They could get warmed up. You can always throw in the mesh tile once they're warmed up for a bit. Okay. Well, we'll see if that does anything to their body temperatures, because this liquid... Oh, the crude oil is quite cool. Oh. Hold on. So we're going to put a conductive pipe right here and just redirect this. Alright, with that, let's cut that there. Let's see if... Okay, now the crude oil is going up. Let's check the body temperature of these guys. Oh, sand. Slicker. This guy down here. I don't know if that helps or not, but I'll let them think about that. Back up here. I think we've got everything set inside here. Oh, but we will need a vacuum. Okay, so we're putting in a pump in here so we can create a vacuum before water goes in. Just putting in regular wire. Minimize amount of metal. Okay, so I think... Let's see, we've got piping going up, out. We've got automation. And we've got power. We've got our liquid pipe going in. I believe we can seal this up. Let's set this, I don't know what, we'll say 25. If it's above 25, we'll do cooling. I want to start this vacuum, guys. Ah, really? Okay. Try this again. Alright, so we'll get a vacuum created there. Insulated pipes there. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. Wasn't expecting this to be operational already. So, yeah, curious how this is going to work out. But, we'll do the same thing here. We'll try to minimize the amount of liquid going into this. Now we're going to start loading water into this whole line. We'll also put I'm going to start with a dot of water going through here. See where we get with that. We've got our vacuum. Let's see what could go wrong. I guess we don't need you anymore. And not that I think that it matters, but I think it's better to be safe. We'll disconnect that and that. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of water right here. Let's have that reconnected. Okay, so water is sitting there. Dupes are looking for something to do. I'll give them a task while I watch to see if this works or not. What I did is I traced some of the heavy watt wire lines and most of the regular watt wire lines to upgrade those. So that's going to give us a little bit of metal. So I'll keep the dupes busy. Let's go check. Oh, I already have this running. Awesome. So we've got our cooling line going through. Just need a bit more water. Just loading now. Hey. So yeah, not only are we cooling this off, we're getting a little bit of extra power, but I'm mostly concerned about the heat. Now, 138. That's a little bit higher. It's also not enough water to kind of do any... Yeah, I think we need more water in there. How much? Just want to try to minimize that. I'll try putting in another piece. Do this bit by bit. Put that in right there. And reconnect this. That doesn't really need to be insulated. My thinking here, the more water I put in here, the more heat exposure this is going to go up into the system, I think. But the whole point of this is to cool this off, and if that's not happening, maybe 28. Yeah, okay, all right. That's thinking about it. Over here, I don't really care about the temperature in here as long as this guy doesn't overheat, obviously. But it's running through nicely. Keeping this guy cool. 25 degrees there. 22. 22. Okay. Oh, I don't think I'm actually using hydrogen. I wonder if I should bypass. Now that I've got this, I could get this. Actually, that's metal I could get back. Yeah, maybe I'll push this. Well, maybe I won't push it into this, but what I'll do is I'll take this guy. I got a bit of tracing here. Okay, we'll finish our wire upgrade first. And I'll probably finish for the day on sending some hydrogen from here into the hydrogen generators. With insulated wires or pipes. Let's go check on our guys down here. Okay, they are not complaining about the cold. And their body temperature is 61 and 59. Okay, unfortunately, their long hair egg chances have gone up. They're only age 35, so hoping that's going to change. Because it says between 20 and 60, that's the case. So I'm thinking above 60, which I forgot already the exact temp. They're at 60, 61, and they're on the way up. Okay. Well, that's a bit of good news. Oh, right. I think the heavy watt wire, only certain dupes can do. Okay, so maybe I will do the pipe upgrade. And to finish off today, as long as there's no fires to take care of, We've got insulated lines that's going in here. I want to, at priority, get rid of the hydrogen in the area first. And then we're going to send this down, so it's going to insulate all the way down. I made one little change here. Instead of sending this into the tanks, we are no longer doing that. So in theory, actually, I can get rid of you, and you. We'll continue to consume this. I didn't put a priority order. It'll just kind of let that slowly drain out. Make its way down here. Actually, I wonder... Never mind. Maybe I should change this. If I wanted to do a priority order, let's see here. I would have to have this... Oh. Okay, maybe take that out. Take out that as well. Send this down like that. Send that over. Well, actually, I don't think I'm using that. No, not really. Okay. That's just going to drain these guys before it takes from over here. And because it's going to be hot, maybe not as hot as it could have been before. Okay, actually, where are we? Yeah? I mean, 120, close to 125 at this corner. Inside, I would say I'm happy with this. I mean, certainly a lot better than the way it was before. No doubt about that. But this is going to save this from... We've gotten up to 63 plus, or above 60. Not nice. But most important thing is make sure the steam turbines are running. Let's go up here, make sure everything is fine up here. So batteries are full, meaning these guys are not outputting any water. So they're just maintaining. Staying nice and cool, I hope. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. All right. Well, I think everything is looking good. What else? The direct. Oh, I know. One other thing. One thing to do, because I might forget this by the time I come back. I'm not growing a food source because I'm going to move this guy up here. Oh. Okay. The temperature of here. Please tell me you can go up to 30. Urgh. Okay. Oh, but we have a new cooling line, though. I could just bring that cooling line over here. All right. That is good, but I think I'm going to save that for next time since that's a little bit more involved. All right. Well, we are cooling our hydrogen. We've got an infinite storage of hydrogen. We've got an inside base cooling system, and we have some oil slickers that I think are much happier than they were before. Oh, look at this. Oh, never mind. That might have been some of the crude oil that I had brought in. Anyways, I was going to say that is a lot of crude oil for those guys to have generated. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, I will see you next time.